In today's video I'm going to show you how to make alterations to your tunnel network. Initially we're going to raise it so that it's not so deep under the map. Sometimes I find that the game adds tunnels well below the surface, which I find quite laborious to visit the tunnel dwellers down there. So first thing we're going to do, go to Tools, Procedural Tools, Native, and we're going to do Custom Selection. And if everything's ticked, then select None, and then select Tunnel Entrances and Tunnels, and do Run Selected Procedural Components. Hit Confirm. So once this is done, you'll see we have a tunnel network with all of the relevant connections we need to make sure that works. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit H and I'm going to type in station. I'm just going to go to each of the stations and make some alterations. The alteration I'm going to make is deleting one of the parts of the entrance. Okay, with those tunnel entrance sections gone, we can now start selecting our underground tunnel network. First of all, I'm going to select all of the stations, so just hold down Control and double click each of these. I'm going to search for straight, and we're not going to select the dock wall straight because that's a different thing, but we are going to select anything that's straight hyphen SN or WE or whatever, and link straight and all of these. And as you can see, it's starting to outline all the different sections of the underground. I'm going to search for curve. Transition. Intersection. And lastly, we're going to search for link. So some of these are already selected under the search for straight, but we're just going to select all the others. So that's the entire underground network selected. We just need to unselect a few items, namely the entrances at each of the monuments. So hold down Alt and just click on the sections you don't want, which is anything above the gap. Okay, with that done, your entire network should be selected. And what we want to do now is add 12 to the y-axis of position. And because it's a minus number, that means the number itself will actually go down, even though you're adding. So from 42.808, this will now be 30.808. Just hit return and you'll see everything moved up there, and we just want to make sure nothing was left behind. So just check your station connections. And be sure to be thorough about this, because the last thing you're going to want are players complaining that the underground doesn't work. So that all looks good to me. Okay, this is a different issue that I'm going to cover in a separate video, but the actual entrance doesn't link up with the station. And that's been an issue forever. And it's nothing to do with snap to tunnel grid. Okay, that all looks good. So that is pretty much it. The other thing you might want to just make sure is where your tunnel runs, especially if you've taken a lot out, that it doesn't poke through the terrain of your map. I'm pretty certain this won't, given that I've only taken out 12 meters. Also make sure it doesn't interfere with any of your custom prefabs that go underground. Or rocks, cliff faces for that matter. Okay, that all looks good. And that's it. That's how you raise your tunnel network. For every piece of the tunnel entrance you take out, they're 12 high. So just make sure that you raise your tunnel network by 12 for every piece that you remove from your tunnel entrance. So if you take 2 out, you need to add 24 to the tunnel height. And that's it. If this video was useful, then please feel free to hit that like button. If you want to see more content like this, then subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.